What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit, spawning here in the top left-hand corner of Parasite LE, playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's currently up 2-0, wants to win this series right here and right now. His name is Reynor. And his opponent spawning in the cross position, playing with the blue Terran pieces. He wants to get this series back in his favor. His name is Time. So guys, you guys can check out both games 1 and 2 on the YouTube channel right now. And guys, these games have been absolutely intense between these two. It's been a lot of fun to watch, seeing Reynor, a player who is really stepping up to the plate when it comes to StarCraft 2 and being an incredible professional gamer. And then you got a guy like Time, who is kind of an up-and-comer as well in the StarCraft 2 pro scene, someone who not everyone has heard of yet, but I'm sure is going to become a household name with the Terran pieces here, possibly within the next year or so. It's a lot of fun watching these two go back and forth and really go at it with their specific races. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and it'll be interesting to see what Reynor decides to do as well as Time in this game. You know, Reynor's up 2-0, so what do you do in this situation when to close out the series? Do you cheese your opponent, or do you do what's been working for you, which is playing the macro-focused game? It looks like Reynor is going to go ahead and get that hatch gas pool. Actually, it looks like he got the pool a little bit earlier than the gas, so he was able to get a few more Zerglings out onto the field, whereas our Terran player decided to go ahead and get the barracks into the refinery, into the orbital command, and now into a natural command center. So it should be interesting, to say the least. These Zerglings are here specifically. Look at this. Look, like this is how good these professional StarCraft players are. This didn't look like much, but he moved the Zerglings over here just because he knew the timing exactly of that Reaper. Absolutely brilliant play there by Reynor. Now Reynor's going to try to snipe this SCV down here. It looks like the Zerglings are going to try to do a little bit of some damage here, and they might do exactly just that. They might get one kill here or a couple of kills there. Everything does help in the grand scheme of things. Doesn't look like much damage was dealt there, but other than getting not only some scouting information, you also delay this natural command center from going down. So, it looks like Reynor now has decided to go ahead and get his Zergling speed upgrade. Now is going to basically have the natural expansion as well as the main base fully saturated. But, I mean, guys, like, those are the kinds of moves that really determine games when it comes to StarCraft 2. What the difference is between your average StarCraft 2 pro or StarCraft 2 player versus the pros are the little things that you master, and that's something that both of these guys have obviously got, you know, within their cards of how they play StarCraft 2. Third base location is going to be coming up here for Reynor. Going to be getting his quick third base here. Wants to macro up a pretty, you know, it looks like he wants to play the macro focus game. That's what it really tells me, at least at this point. He is getting, of course, the Baneling Nest up and running as well. So I like that decision quite a bit to get the Baneling Nest in this game. On the opposite side, it seems like we're going to get some Liberator play out of the starport. And, of course, we're going to get a couple of Cyclones as well, which I love that. Cyclones, guys, can be such a nuisance. Of course, you got the Hellions can be a nuisance for a Zerg player to deal with. But I got to say, Cyclones can be an absolute pain in the ass to deal with. And it looks like Time is going to be going ahead and getting that third command center up and running here. And here's the thing, guys. Reynor saw the timing on this. And that's when you're playing someone of the caliber of Reynor, you got to be very careful in these types of situations, because just like that, Reynor very well may do a Baneling bust here and try to bust into the main or the natural base expansion. And exactly like that, he is going to start kind of nibbling his way, try to see if he can do a little bit of some damage here. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much. But the question is he going to, you know, get a bunch of Banelings out? Now, this is very interesting. We got a very early push here by time. He's going to move into that third base location, and I wonder if there's going to be enough here for Reynor to kind of hold off on all of these. A couple of nice Baneling hits there, but these Cyclones can take so much. But it looks like these Zerglings, they're going to try to get this around on these Cyclones, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. But the beautiful play with the Hellions saves this Cyclone almost dying there, very close to death. But just like that, pretty even in the supply counts right now, guys. It's relatively close. I would say it's pretty even. You know, 80 to 80 right now. Both players are getting their upgrades currently. +1/+1 coming out of Time, and then of course you got +1/+1 coming out of Reynor as well. And so these Zerglings now have free range. They're gonna try to get as many kills as possible. Gonna get some kills on those mules. Gonna try to get as many kills on some of these SCVs as possible as well. And this just kind of slows down the Terran player. That's what this is made to do. Stim pack is just finished up here for our Terran player, and the third base is now going to be up and running. And those mules, guys, the mule is essentially the Terran's best friend, because those mules can mine for so many minerals and really help you, especially if you're behind in supply, get back and have these and get the game back in your favor. More and more Zerglings. These Zergling run-bys are really helping Reynor out, but it does look like Time did sniff this one out, and this just shows how even these guys are. They're so even in play. These Zerglings are going to try to get as many kills as they can. They get a couple of those Hellions for their troubles, but it just, I mean, these guys are everywhere. I mean, look at this. Fourth base is now going to be up and running now. Moving in for Reynor. He's going to get this around on one of these siege tanks, and that is so helpful. These Zerglings are going to have free range of all these SCVs. Oh my god, the massacre coming from the swarm right now. Just getting so many Zerglings and mules with these Zergling run-bys. Oh my god. And at the same time, there's a massive push here that's coming out of Time right now. And he's kind of trying to even up the score here. Gets the fourth base location for his troubles. Now you do not want to overextend here if you are Time. He gets a lot of kills there, getting the surround on a bunch of those units. But oh my god, Reynor looks like he is going to be smelling blood now. He's going to start moving across the map here, it looks like, with some more of these Zerglings. And all these Banelings. The Banelings are going to bust in here and get a bunch of these Terran units for their troubles. But oh my god, guys. It looks like Time is kind of taking a lead here. Whereas Reynor is starting to kind of fall a little bit behind in the supply. He's got the +2/+2 now. That's going to be coming up here very shortly. We can say the same though for Time. He's getting +2/+2, a little bit behind Reynor in that from that standpoint. Now this is very interesting. We got 14 Hydras are going to be on that production tab, so we're going to have Hydralisk going to be coming out here soon as well. So you're going to have a Ling Bane Hydra composition, and oh god, the Zerglings have moved into the main or the natural base expansion. Going to get a couple of those siege tanks for their troubles. Going to try to get some of these kills for their troubles as well on some of these units. but it doesn't look like the Zerglings are going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot. They did get some of those siege tanks, though, and that definitely helps out a lot with the supply. So now Reynor has kind of essentially evened up the score, maybe taken a little bit of a lead here, but it does look like Time is going to start pushing once again. Time is not afraid of Reynor whatsoever. He is going to start moving. He knows he's down 2-0, and he wants to continue consistent aggression, but you have to be very careful if you are moving on to creep here, because Reynor is going to set up the surround, and oh my god, this entire army is getting surrounded here, and luckily some of those medevacs are able to get away, but Reynor, we saw that happening before our eyes, guys, moving his units around his opponent, trying to get the surround on some of those units, and Reynor is just showing us why he is on the prowl as being considered one of the better StarCraft 2 pro gamers in the world, possibly going to become one of the best in the world in the next year or two, depending on how much practice and time he puts in. No pun intended, because he is playing a guy named Time right now, but Reynor is just showing us, guys, why he is one of the best Zerg players out there, period. I mean, this guy is a force to be reckoned with. He's everywhere, and this creep spread is already halfway across the map here. The Zergling run-bys have been providing Reynor with so much value here. Looks like he's going to get some more Banelings, and it looks like, you know, our Terran player is certainly not out of this yet. I mean, he's got a decent army. He's got, you know, of course, a unit composition of siege tanks, medevacs, liberators, as well as marines. The question is it going to be enough? The Banelings are coming in. They're going to try to Bane bust in here, and that's exactly what they do. The Zerglings are going to start to move in here, but he kind of decides to go ahead and hit from another angle here with the Hydra's, Banelings, and some more Zerglings. You got to be careful if you're trying to hit from a couple of different locations, though. And that's exactly what Reynor is trying to do. He's going to get this around on some of these units. The Zerglings are moving in. They're not afraid at this point. The Hydras and Banelings, as well as the Zerglings, are moving in, getting so much value out of all of these units. You do not want to overextend, though, if you are Reynor. But just like that, all of these SCVs are under attack right now. Oh my god. Reynor is everywhere right now, playing this to an absolute T. His defense has been on point, his offense has been on point, and now we got the +3 upgrades coming up here for Time. Now, Time's not out of this thing just yet here, guys, but he's got to be very careful that he doesn't just lose this entire army. The Hydras are moving into this army. They're taking out those Liberators so quickly, as well as some of those medevacs. You got to be so careful right now. The Banelings are starting to move in here. Oh my god, it is an absolute massacre right now. All of these Hydras are moving in. GG is called. And just like that, everyone, Reynor wins this series 3-0 in an absolute brilliant Zerg fashion. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Reynor and Time. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive. And as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.